Kind of got off to an interesting start. You know, we go 3 and out and gave them great field position to start. And probably were fortunate, to be honest with you. They had one of their guys on a run over route that probably dropped a touchdown pass. But you know, that first half, I thought our defense did a great job. You know, I got out there a sudden change after turnover. We only gave up 3 points to head into the locker room with only giving up 6 points. I think was really good of our defense. And we had a couple opportunities on the offensive side of the ball. Obviously, at the end of the first half, throwing that pick hurt us too. And that probably starts back to our redshirt freshman center had a high snap and put us in a second 22 situation. And should have been running the ball and probably trying to do that. Second half, and we talked a lot in the locker room about coming out, getting good kickoff coverage, getting a stop, getting the ball back to our offense, and we did that. We got a stop. And then I think Kirk ripped off a really long run, and we got the thing to 28-6. And so we only really gave up one drive on defense, and on that drive they had 2 4th-down conversions, including the 4th down on the goal line. So we had some guys out there. Obviously, guys size number 83, Cantre Miskell, played corner. Eric Thompson went down with an injury in practice, and we had to move a wideout over on Wednesday to play corner, and that's tough. I thought he did a good job. We basically got 2 corners. That's where we were at. And we had, we did. Luckily, we did a good job at the line of scrimmage of stopping the run, and then we harassed Mickey Moner enough. I don't think we got a ton of sacks. We had 2 sacks, but we harassed him enough and made him uncomfortable back there, and we were able to play some zone coverage. And then, obviously, when our offense can rush for 319 yards and you chip in a few screens to CJ and some different things, which are a little bit runs and things like that. We're able to manage the game. So missed field goal to get it to 3 scores. That's it drives me crazy. We got to get that squared up. Like, we can't miss a field goal to get the thing to a 3-score game. And our special teams, we were that wasn't necessarily great in that aspect. That's the one thing I look back on. We got to get cleaned up. But for this being this late in the year and where we're at with the injuries, I mean, everything's still right in front of us. With the loss today to Saginaw Valley, we could go there and it's potentially could win the outright North Division championship, which I'm sure wasn't thinking about it back then, but a few weeks ago I don't know if you would have thought that would have been a possibility. So everything's out in front of us. We got to get in the training room tomorrow, see where we're at with some of these injuries, and try to get some guys back, and then obviously Saginaw. It's a potent offense. It's a big rivalry. We're going to be at Saginaw, so we'll get to work as coaches. We'll kind of enjoy things tonight and get it. But our defense has been playing better. Our defense has been playing better the last 3 weeks, and that's what's allowing us to do a little bit of what we're doing.
Did you guys talk about Saginaw Valley? Have everyone know about it before the game?
I did, actually. I said in the locker room, I didn't say specifically Saginaw, Peter, but I said with some of the things that happened at GLIAC today, we control our own destiny in the North Division. And we're in a situation where we would not have to potentially share that trophy. And, I said we got everything out in front of us, so let's make sure we take the field with that sense of urgency and get things done. So, and I wasn't looking forward to Saginaw. I was saying we got, given the situation with these last 2 games, that's what it is. But now we got the victory over Wayne, we can't start looking forward to Saginaw and that game, which seems to always every year have implications on a lot of things.
So, Kurt, talk about him a little bit.
Yeah, he's been getting better and better every week of the season, and I think again that has to come with experience and him getting more comfortable within our runs and how we're running the ball. And give a lot of credit to him because it wasn't too long ago against Northwood we have a few fumble issues, and he went Hillsdale over 100 and today over 200, and ball security was not an issue. Same thing for Mike Rattay. The running backs have not put the ball on the ground the last 2 games, and we're playing 2 running backs, and both those guys are doing a very good job. So Kirk, love Mike. Kirk's a little bit faster than Mike, and so sometimes he can pop one and break one a little bit more, that way too. But Mike got some hard 3rd and 4th downs for us too. I mean, he got some hard yards.
Okay, what do you think of the game?
It was a hard-fought game for both teams. Our offensive line just opened up great holes. Stuck to the game plan. The coaches put us in the right spots, and we were able just to stick to our runs, and at times pop for big pass plays.
Did you know going into this game that the run was going to be focused?
We knew that the run was going to be a focus of our team, and that if we were able to run the ball effectively, then we would be able to pass the ball.
How would you rate, as far as the holes and the openings that you were getting today?
They were great. Armstrong, Lolito, Even Joe Worth on the 27 that broke for the touchdown, he set up a great block and pretty much knocked the guy off his feet.
How have you kind of gotten to this point where you went from kind of having the fumble problems, being the younger guy, now you seem like you've got the confidence to where you know what's going to be in front of you. It's just a matter of you being able to execute and just kind of you getting more comfortable out there?
Yeah, it all comes with experience. I can remember back to the first game where I was tripping over myself, and now it's just another play. You have to see that it's another play. You can't let the last play affect your next play, and just keep practicing, watching film, and just letting the coaches put you in the right places.
Did you have any idea on how many yards you had?
No, I didn't. I thought I had probably like 120. I didn't really think I had that many yards.
Did someone tell you, or did you have any idea during the game? Or
no clue until we got back in the locker room after the win.
At East, did you ever have 200?
Yes, a few times.
Yeah, I thought so. Mostly against Lowell, where I'm from. So I thought I'd bring that up.
You kind of laughed at me. You saw it. I mean, talk about him being able to kind of do what he did today, and kind of how he's gotten to that point.
I mean, Kirk's a great back. We always look forward to him to breaking big runs because he's an exciting back. Like, even when I'm not in the game, I watch him and they give him the ball. He breaks some tackles. He makes some nice cuts. He carries the ball well. I mean, his nickname's Breakaway, and he likes to break away from the line there. I mean, we all blocked it up well, receivers, linemen. He was able to break a few today and got him 228 yards.
You ever experienced something like that? Did you feel it during the beginning of the game that, hey, this was going to be something special?
I knew that if I was able to stick to the holes and just press my aiming points, and knowing that trusting my receivers to block and the linemen to get on their blocks, I just knew it was going to be a great game. I knew it was going to depend a lot on the running game, and I was prepared to step up for that in that role.
Chuck, talk about, what defense is probably one of your guys' most complete efforts on that side of the ball, and you getting guys back healthy and stuff. How important is that for you guys to kind of be able to do that going into this last game against Tiger?
I mean, it's really important. Got a lot of guys that's been banged up, and when they come back, they're excited, they're ready to play football, and I mean, Coach Mace gives us a good game plan, and we go out and execute it.
Talking about you, obviously you're banged up with the hand. I mean, you've got quarterbacks and you've gotten more guys. Does that help? Something that's giving you guys confidence, knowing you've got all these guys who are coming back?
I mean, yeah, of course it is. I guess like I said, guys coming back. Kind of getting to that mindset that we're getting guys back. We can do this. We can go out and execute everything that's drew up on the board. So this is what we've been doing.
Just talk about just being healthy on that decent defensive side and how.
Yeah, I mean, I like talked about. I know you guys have been loyal and coming to press conference. We're getting those Judons and some of those guys back, and Chuck did a great job today. He's a really good zone pressure linebacker, and we put him in some positions to get some pressure on the quarterback. He did a good job. And so we're using a lot of different guys on that side of the ball, and that's a good thing for us. We had, as sure you saw in the game, we had a lot of personnel groups. We're managing a lot of different guys coming in and out and specifying roles. And we're trying to put our players in the best position to have success, and we're having to juggle that. But our guys have been handling it. We were doing a lot of substitution today, but we're trying to get the best guys where they need to be. And I think only giving up 230 yards and 82 yards rushing kind of shows the commitment between the coaches and the players working together to get that done.
3 weeks ago, how worried were you about the season? And how do you feel about it?
Well, I think the Northern Michigan game.
Yeah,
that was I think, at that point, offensively, I wasn't necessarily real worried offensively, to be honest with you. I mean, we had kind of a bizarre thing that happened at the quarterback position. And, I think you're seeing, if you extrapolate the Northern Michigan game offensively, these guys have been pretty productive for the most part throughout the course of the whole year. Defensively, I felt like we could get better. I felt like we had some players that weren't playing up to their potential, and I felt like we had some players that weren't playing because they were injured that would help this defense and help this team. And I just felt like we needed to get those guys back, and we just need to keep coaching. We need to keep coaching these guys up. We need to keep guys showing up to work. I never at one point questioned the attitude that our team had, the commitment that our guys had in our program or anything like that. We were just, not playing real well on defense, doing some stupid things, some guys, and then, we were a little short up front, with some guys. So,
I guess I meant, also for like the sake of the season.
Oh, like where we were at?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I just felt like I was looking at our offense and the productivity of our offense, sans the Northern Michigan game, that if we could just get some stops and play some better defense, that we could be a good football team, and so we just kept working, coaches and players, and like I said, just kept working on trying to get that done, and I don't think we're out of the woods yet. We've gotten better, though. Northwood, Hillsdale, today, we keep getting better. We're going to get really challenged next week with, Jennings is as good a quarterback, and those guys. It's going to be a big challenge for our offense.